Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuned into the Kingdom Hour Show, where we are declaring the kingdom, preaching the truth, and transforming cultures. Now here's your host, Apostle Keith.
Great Friday to each and every one of you. It's that time of the week. That's right. It's the Kingdom Hour Radio Show, live and direct on all digital streaming platforms and locally right now on your radio dial 1570 and 97.3 WABL out in the Tangible Hope Parish, and streaming now on Facebook, YouTube, Apple TV, Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick, Spotify. If you have a digital streaming device, you can find us there. It's the Kingdom Hour Radio Show. Let's go. As always, we welcome you into the Kingdom Hour Show. If you're on Facebook, YouTube, or Apple TV, go ahead. I'll say Apple TV. YouTube. Go ahead, like, share, follow, subscribe. Click the notification bell so you can be notified every time we go live with the Kingdom Hour Radio Show. If you're on Facebook, go ahead and tag somebody, let them know that we're on now. And do me a favor, if you're out there at the red light sitting there listening to us on the radio dial, go ahead, honk your horn twice. Let your neighbor know that the Kingdom Hour Show is on right now. Now, as always, we start off with, I need a little water. That's what it is. It's been a minute. There we go. Thank you there, madam. As always, we start off with shouting out those who sponsor us here at the Kingdom Hour Radio Show, those who walk with us. First and foremost, Elevate Church of Baton Rouge, 10 957 Greenwell Springs Road, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Service times 9:15 as well as 11:15 on a Sunday morning. Tuesday night Bible study at 6:30. So won't you come out and be a part of that as well? And every first Tuesday of the month, we alternate a night of worship with a night of prayer, miracles, signs, and wonders. So every first Tuesday of the month, you can find us here at Elevate Church going in either with the word or with worship. Doors open at 6 o'clock. Intercessory prayer starts at 6:30. Then we go live at 7 o'clock on a Tuesday. And then every Thursday of the month for the last 16 years, can you believe it? It's going on 16 years now that Church on the Levee has been going forth. We feed the homeless population there in the downtown Baton Rouge area. It happens at 5 o'clock right across from the Razor Cane River Center or somewhere in that vicinity. Just depends on what's going on that day, but you can come out and be a part of that. It's Church on the Levee. It's an amazing opportunity for you to be the hands and the feet of Jesus Christ here in the earth realm. So that's Church on the Levee taking place. You can always get more information simply by sending an email to outreachresources@225@gmail.com. Again, that's outreachresources with an S, 225@gmail.com. Send us an email if you want to be a part today, or you can simply just call us here at the radio station, 225-406-7674. Coming up as well, of course, we have Church Taboo Topics. We also have our Bless Up or Mess Up, which you could be a part of both of those opportunities. Church Taboo Topics is talking about the tough topics that you would like to talk about, but don't have the space, the place, nor the courage to talk about it. Well, we talk about those things right here on the Kingdom Hour radio show. And then Bless Up or Mess Up is new music that we're going to air. Give you the opportunity to weigh in on that music, to let us know your thoughts about it, whether it's a bless up, a keeper, a banger, or a mess up. We just throw it in the track. Nah, we just leave somebody else to play it. But that's Bless Up or Mess Up is coming your way. We're excited. We got some great in-studio guests with us on today. We'll be right back with the Kingdom Hour radio show. Don't go anywhere. It's on and popping.
You're rocking with the best. Keeping it fresh. Stay blessed. The hour cometh, and now it's the Kingdom Hour.
It's the Kingdom Hour with your host Apostle and the Kingdom Crew. The voice, Desiree Collins, Pastor Travis Paul, and Ricky Robinson.
This is Mommy Moments with the Glamazon Mom.
You know, when your kiddos start asking for or demanding things that go beyond the basic scope of necessities, you may want to check them to make sure the spirit of entitlement hasn't overtaken them. Yes, our kids often mistake our generosity as their God-given right, and providing the things your kids need is your responsibility as a parent. But when it comes to the things that they want, let's let them work for some of those things, because failing to learn the basic value of hard work is something they'll be paying for the rest of their lives. I'm Ebony Funderburk, your Glamazon mom. Make it a great day, but be sure to stay fabulous, honey.
That's a mommy moment. Be a Glamazon mom. You're on Facebook? Like our fan page at Glamazon Moms. Follow us on Twitter at Glamazon Moms. And remember, not all superheroes wear capes. Glamazon Mom.
It's the Kingdom Hour on WABL and WPFC. Keep it locked. Keep it locked.
It's the Kingdom Hour. It's the Kingdom Hour with Apostle Keith.
Welcome back to the Kingdom Hour Radio Show. I'm your host, Apostle Keith. Yep, it's live and direct. We're back live at it here in the L Studios house at Elevate Church of Baton Rouge. The Kingdom Hour Show goes down every Friday at 4:30 on your radio dials as well as on all of your digital streaming platforms. You can catch us. We're live and direct. But, of course, in the building with us today, we have none other than the Kingdom Crew holding it down. Glad to have her back with us on today. It is the Funky Cole Meninas. That is none other than Nicholas Braxton Menina and Malika Tamu Menina over there holding it down on the ones and twos. Is the Kingdom production crew making us do what we do. Got us looking good in the building. Pushing the buttons over there. And then, of course, over here, just half of the Kingdom Crew. It's just myself and the councilman of District Number 3, none other than Desiree DC, the voice, newly elected in the building. Excited, super duper excited. Amen. Come on, man. Let me put the cheers on. How about I put the cheers on? How about that? Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Oh, thanks so much.
Come on. Desiree DC, the voice.
Come on.
Being the voice of District Number 3.
What?
Come on. Who would figure?
I don't know, but on the other side of obedience is provisions.
Hey, my God.
Yes.
You better speak the word.
So if God is telling you, go ahead and do the thing.
Yeah.
Then on the other side of you making that decision to be obedient is the full provision. I would
That's
have
right.
never known that in the beginning of me making a decision that I accept,
Mm-hmm.
that I would actually be called something besides what I've always been called. Got a little extra thing on it.
Yeah.
Councilwoman.
Hey, my God.
But the beautiful thing of it is the servant leadership part of it.
Yeah.
And when people ask me about it or how does it feel, I say, it's just service.
Yeah.
And so it's service in a different arena. Maybe it's service in different spaces. But if you have hands and feet for Christ, it doesn't change. The hands and feet don't change.
Come on.
It's just a space where you use it.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow. Say that again.
Yeah. Hands and feet don't change.
Yeah.
It's just a space where you use it.
That's good stuff. Good stuff. Congratulations to you again.
Thanks.
We're excited. We already
Yeah.
knew it.
I got to give Kingdom Hour with thank you and gratitude and shout
Praise
outs and elevation.
Hey.
Because they continuously encouraged me and spoke it into existence and called me that before I was able to be called by anybody else, right? And it's something when you have somebody who's constantly telling you this is who you are,
Come on.
that you start to accept it before the world also agrees.
Yeah.
So shout out to Kingdom Hour who consistently called me that.
Praise God. And
Until-
sometimes even when you don't know yourself.
Right.
Hadn't
Right.
recognized it. The fact that somebody could see it on the inside of
Yeah.
you and call it forth up out of you. So that's just like Gideon. God called him a man of valor, even though he was hiding in the wine press. But God saw something in him that he didn't see in himself.
And you start to answer too.
Hey, yeah.
Keep calling it, it'll start to answer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Especially if it resonates. So we called you council person, and now you are a council person.
And I am answering. Hello.
Yeah, hello there. Hello there. I'm excited. Of course, Ricky is out, so we're praying for you. I know you're listening right now, Ricky, as well as Pastor TP. We love you guys, and we hope that both of you guys feel better and can't wait to have you back in the house with us at the Kingdom Hour. So we're super looking forward to having you guys back so the whole crew can be together in the building yet again. And that's Ricky Robinson of Ricky's Creative Concepts as well, and Pastor Travis Paul, Be Ahead School of Enrichment. So we'll be looking forward to having you guys back in the house. But I'm excited too as well because we have some people in the building today. We're going to have some great conversations with them, so we're going to get into that as well. And like I said, the show rundown, we have church taboo topics coming your way as well as Bless Up or Mess Up. But I do want to shout out right now A&R All Tax Service. A&R All Tax Service has over 60 years of experience. 60 years of experience. They're fast, friendly, reliable, and affordable. This tax service will get it done just right for you. We have many, many testimonies of customers that have come their way that have been blessed by the services of A&R All Tax Service. That's right. It's that time, and it's coming to an end to get your taxes done. So if you got jacked up last year, then you want to call A&R All Tax Service at 225-775-1706. Again, that's 225-775-1706. You can also pay them a visit at 12841 Plank Road there in Baker, Louisiana. Again, that's 12841 Plank Road, Baker, Louisiana. When you get there, ask for Ruby Richard, Audrey Palmer, or Miss Irma Bajeron. When you want it done right, you want A&R All Tax Service to do it for you. Again, 225-775-1706. It's A&R All Tax Service. Give them a call today.
Has your home seen better days? Holes in the walls and outdated look? You need a wash job and fresh paint? Call your right-hand man at LLC for the job. Handling all of your carpentry, drywall, electrical, painting, plumbing, pressure washing needs. For an estimate, call Kenneth White, your right-hand man at 225-810-1283. It's spring cleaning time and you might want to update things. Call your right-hand man, Kenneth White, at 225-810-1283.
Join us for the Kingdom Hour radio show with Apostle Keith and the Kingdom Crew. Live on Fridays at 4:30 on WABL 97.3 FM, WABL 1570, proclaiming the kingdom, preaching the truth, and transforming culture.
This is Antonio Neal, and I love listening to Scripture Radio on WABL 1570 AM and 97.3 FM.
Chapter 2, verses 1 through 5. And I, brethren, when I came to you, did not come with excellence of speech or of wisdom, declaring to you the testimony of God. For I determined not to know anything among you except Jesus Christ and him crucified. I was with you in weakness, in fear, and in much trembling, and my speech and my preaching were not with persuasive words of human wisdom, but in demonstration of the Spirit and of power, that your faith should not be in the wisdom of men, but in the power of God.
This is Antonio Neal. You're listening to WABL 1570 AM and 97.3 FM.
The hour cometh, and now it's the Kingdom Hour.
Welcome back to the Kingdom Hour Radio Show. Your host, Apostle Keith, live and direct right here in the building, in the studio, L Studios, housed at Elevate Church of Baton Rouge. In the building with us today, we have all the way from the great metropolis, the big city of Gonzales. It is Councilman Tim Riley in the building with us on today. Greetings to you, sir. How are you?
Yes, doing great, sir. Doing great.
I'm glad to have you here with us on today. Can't wait to have the conversation with you. Some great things happening. Some big announcements that we may get to announce here, but I doubt it. But we got some big news coming up pretty soon. A lot of big things happening in the city of Gonzales, and we're going to get a chance to talk about that. And then sliding in is my friend, my friend and my brother. It is none other than Pastor Lamar Baptiste. Amen. Mount Gilliam Baptist Church. Amen. Don't do it. Not today. We're not doing that. Not today.
Not today.
Glad to have you in the building, sir.
Glad to be here.
Thank you for being with us on today. And then, of course, we're going to get into some great conversation and dialogue, of course, with Blessed Promessa, which you have opportunity to be a part of that by dialing in number 225-406-7674. And then always, if you have thoughts or even some insight on our church taboo topics, maybe some suggestions for our church taboo topics or our Blessed Promessa new music, send that over to info@kingdomhour.com. That's info@kingdomhour.com. Or if you have new music, send that to info@kingdomhour.com. Anniversaries, birthdays, announcements, you can do all of that. We can do it live right here online by dialing the number 225-406-7674. So, Councilman Tim, man, it's good to have you. Tell us, man, what's happening in and around the city of Gonzales, some of the great things that are happening, and what can we look forward to in the future?
Yes, sir. Gonzales right now is growing exponentially.
Yeah.
They are growing leaps and bounds, a lot of economic development. Gonzales is on the thresh of really moving into overcapacity.
Come on.
In such, if I could say.
Sure.
Yes,
sure.
sir. But anyway, Gonzales, great town, great
Yeah.
city, great people. I love it.
Yeah.
I love the people. I love the city. Actually, Gonzales is better than any city that I've ever
That's a
been
big
to.
statement. That's a big statement. Come on, Tim. That's a big statement.
Watch out now.
Come on, Tim. I like that. Stand for the city.
Yes.
10 toes down.
Yeah.
He's a flat out best city. Best
Yes,
city.
yes,
Yeah. Come
yes.
on.
And you notice I had to really digest
I saw you trying to prep. Yeah, I saw you. You dialed it back just a little
He
bit.
was scared a little bit.
Just a little bit scared.
I saw
but
it.
he got it out
right
though.
Here. It was
Yeah.
like, it was like going
His eyes was twitching.
and you have to love your city, and you have to have that passion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
serving
of
on
course,
city council, how long have you been seated there on the council?
I've been seated 3.5 years
Okay.
now. One term.
Yeah.
I ran in 2021, was successful.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm gonna take that one term into another level.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome. What got you into, I guess you could say a council is politics as well, because there's a lot of politics that takes place in the
Yes.
council. What got you into that? What drove you to this position?
Great question, Apostle. 2014, my wife and I, we was parts of a voters league, and in the voters league, we would help candidates to run for office. I didn't have a desire to really run. She didn't have a desire, but after 2014, some things happened, and it kind of showed us that we really needed to run because of some situations that we didn't agree with.
Yeah.
So that is really what sparked me to really run it.
Yeah.
Because of course I just wanted to sit on the sidelines and help good people obtain those offices.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. So what was your idea, like going into as a councilman? What did you think the job would be like? Because, I now currently live in the area, and to be honest with you, just to be honest, just my perspective, and, I'm trying not to be biased with it because you're a friend of mine,
Yeah.
but I ain't never seen nobody work as hard as you. I mean, did you consider that what it would take to be in this office, or are you just doing more than the next? I mean,
Well, obviously, because I love people,
Yeah.
and because I love serving, I always know that you have to put that at the forefront. You want to always let people know it's about them.
yeah,
It's not just about me nor the seat. It's about them.
come on.
And if I cultivate people the way that I'm supposed to cultivate them,
Yeah,
people will always remember that.
yeah.
And then that will inspire them to want to do bigger and better things.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because,
Yeah.
man, people calling you Johnny on the spot.
Yes.
I've never seen a council person answer the call the way you do.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Apostle, as I'm sitting here, I'm thinking about that with you. Because I know if I call you to come to a meeting, you here, you there.
Praise
And
God.
now I'm looking at, what all y'all do here, now never knowing what all you do until today, really. I'm thinking,
we
man,
wear,
how does
we
he
wear
do it?
many hats. So tell us about Councilman Tim Raleigh. Give us some backdrop so the people, our listening audience, know who you are.
Well, I'm married to my beautiful wife.
That woman over there?
Yes.
That pretty lady over there?
For more
There
than
she is.
20 years.
Oh, wow.
And her and I, we're
Yeah.
married. We have 5 kids.
Oh, wow.
And Mary and I, we work together
Yeah.
on things. My kids, they're doing their part. They'll probably get more involved, but as of right now, they're doing their part.
Sure.
Secondly, I love helping people.
Yeah.
If you say you're a servant and you don't help people, You got to check that.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
helping people.
Sure.
I love being able to solve problems. If people have problems, or if it's problems, that can be solved, I love helping to solve them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thirdly, I love watching people come up, because coming up is one of the attributes of if you love somebody.
Come on. Yeah, you help promote them. Yeah.
Helping them to come up.
Yeah.
Elevate.
And I know, Apostle, I know you share those same values.
Absolutely.
And I know you do as well, I can tell.
Yeah.
And I know the preacher here does as
Yeah,
well.
that's the preacher.
Yes, yes.
He's the preacher of preachers.
So
Yeah.
definitely, I love all those things about being a city councilman.
Yeah.
Of course, you asked me, what did I imagine when I got in?
Sure.
I didn't realize that you got to work as a team.
Sure.
I understand that. And then sometimes the team effort is not always going in the direction you want it to go.
Sure.
So sometimes you got to kind of give
Yeah.
a little bit, and then, maybe see if the others will jump on board. So I'm finding that it's not just about me, it's about the whole city.
That's right.
It's about the people. So if somebody's trying to go in one direction, I'm trying to go in another, I think we need to examine it to make sure
Right. What's
it's
best for
to
them.
help the city.
Yeah.
It's
right.
to help the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I'm learning that.
Yeah.
I know I've had people say, well, it seems like he liked to do a lot by himself. No, not really, but it has to get done.
Right. The work has to get done.
It got to get done.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel or believe if somebody went out and pulled the lever for you, you owe them to work as hard as you can for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Because that's, they went out to vote for you.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We're sitting here with two councilmen, council persons, here at the table. And now you newly elected. What is your expectation of going into this, Desiree, as a council person for the District 3 of Baker?
I'm excited about it because I feel like if God selected me to have this station, then I know that I've seen what He's done with me to make a difference in the community before.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited because you're going from a place where you say somebody needs to do something about it to use me, Lord, to show someone the way, right?
Yeah.
And so the fact that He could use me, that I'm a vessel that He finds worthy of His service to His people is exciting to me because I don't know which way God's going to go with this.
Sure.
But I know it's going to be for my good and His glory.
Yeah.
So, I'm just intrigued.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, God, what you going to do next?
That's good.
Right.
Yeah.
Just like I'm like on pins and needles,
Right.
just kind of waiting for how He wants to make things available
Yeah.
so that I could be yielded. So I'm excited about that. I have started doing some stuff. I found out today that I'll be sworn in on June 28th.
Okay.
So, but I just the minute I found out I won, it's like that was like, okay, so now what do you want me to do? And so I put that into practice and started working with a few things, and
Wow.
so thankful because the funny thing is, because like we never know what's on the other side of your obedience. I trusted His provisions, but I started getting calls from people that were offering resources and grants. Even say, hey, I heard you got this, so hey, this is what this is something that can be used for Baker. You might want to review this and look over these grants and funding and resources. And I'm like, whoa! It was like it was just waiting.
Yeah.
And once you got there, then there were these resources that were available. So I'm excited and looking forward to better things coming for our community and for people being encouraged and having hope. And then that seed of hope being put in fertile soil. And
Come on.
I'm looking for all of them to reap a harvest up there in Baker.
Yeah.
We're going to see what we say about the best city.
Yeah. Competition challenge.
Come on.
Now, having the experience at the table, what would be one question that you would ask him going into this position that he now currently holds in another city, a tale of two cities? Of course, the needs may be different and whatnot, but what would you ask to kind of maybe tug and glean on some wisdom?
There are a lot of questions I have.
We ain't got that much time.
Right. It's not
Give me
just
one.
one question.
Yeah,
One?
okay.
Okay. Wait. Let me sift for one. The balance between family and work.
Ah.
Good one. can't bring the work home. You got to do the work out there, where the work's getting done. And then when you come home, you can talk about the results of the work, but not the work.
Okay.
Wow.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I can do that. Thank you for
I
that.
love it. That applies in a lot of areas.
Yeah.
I think that's great wisdom. That's a gem. That's a drop of a dime right there. I like that one. Hey, guys, stick around. Don't go anywhere. We got more in store for you here at the Kingdom Hour Radio Show. Don't go anywhere.
Join us for the Kingdom Hour Radio Show with Apostle Keith and the Kingdom Crew. Live on Fridays at 4:30 on WABL 97.3 FM, WABL 1570, proclaiming the kingdom, preaching the truth, and transforming culture.
This is Mommy Moments with the Glamazon Mom.
It's the day that every parent dreads, the day that their daughter wants to date. Often that leads to us turning into the bodyguards, blocking every young man that even looks the direction of our daughter. Some of us create strict rules for dating or raise the bar so high that even a suitable young man doesn't even meet the standards. But let's be honest, this sort of interaction actually won't teach our daughters how to avoid temptation or have self-control while dating. Instead of being a bodyguard, let's try being the coach. A bodyguard is overprotective, always blocking any perceived harm. However, a coach trains and instructs her daughter so she's capable of making good decisions when the situation demands it. I'm Ebony Funderburk, your Glamazon mom. Make it a great day and stay fabulous, honey.
That's a mommy moment. Be a Glamazon mom. You're on Facebook? Like our fan page at Glamazon Moms. Follow us on Twitter at Glamazon Moms. And remember, not all superheroes wear capes. Glamazon Mom.
It's the Kingdom Hour on WABL and WPFC. Keep it locked.
Welcome back to the Kingdom Hour Radio Show. I'm your host, Apostle Keith. In the building with us today is Councilman Tim Riley, having just a candid conversation with him on today, getting a little insight and the backdrop of who he is and what's coming up for the city of Gonzales. Yeah. Now, are you originally from that area?
Actually, I'm originally from Darrow, Louisiana, but we migrated to Gonzales, Ascension Parish, about 45 years ago. I'm 56 years of age.
Come on.
So I was about maybe about 16 years of age.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Possibly, yeah. No, maybe about 11.
11.
Let's see.
Yeah.
It had to be about 16, 17.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow, Darrow, Louisiana.
Yeah.
But that's not far from Gonzales.
No, it's not far at
across,
all, yeah.
across the street, basically.
Right.
Yeah, not far to go.
Correct.
Wow. So, man, I wish we could. I'm trying to hold back the excitement of the announcement, but we'll put a pause on that. So what changes have you seen happen in the city since you've been councilman?
Basically, I believe we got a consensus of constituents that's more active now.
Okay.
Since I've been on the council.
Wow.
I believe the constituents are waking up and they're wanting to be a part of the decision making.
Yeah.
That's one of the things. The second thing is, I know Gonzales is growing so fast till we really need to have a collective effort of councilmen with the mayor to be able to move the city in the right direction. Because smart growth is very, very important. If you oversaturate an area, it's almost like putting a 50-pound bag of potatoes in a 10-pound bag.
Yeah, it's going to burst eventually. Yeah.
So you have to use smart growth, and you want to be very strategic on what you place in certain areas.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
It's good. So of course, with everything that's good, there's bad and the ugly. What's some of the things that need improvement in the city?
Actually, we have some subdivisions that's older subdivisions. We need to redo the drainage.
Mm-hmm.
We need to upgrade the drainage. We need to do maintenance continuously on all drainage areas.
Yeah.
But drainage is something that you have to do continuous maintenance on.
Right. Right.
You don't just dig your ditches and then don't worry about them for 3 or 4 years.
Right.
You have to do the maintenance. So we need to have a maintenance program, and it needs to be year-round.
Yeah.
Year-round maintenance. And then we've got to get the constituents to buy into that as well. When we have torrential rains, we want the constituents to clean their ditches, get the leaves out of the ditches, and all of that allows the water to flow a little better.
Sure. If you were ever seated in a position to bring about great change, what would be the first thing, or what would be your platform that you would stand on?
Definitely public safety right now is very paramount to a lot of people. They want to feel safe at their home. Definitely I would love to implement hot spots, whereas we can set up stations almost like food trucks in the hot spots, whereas constantly you have law enforcement going in and out of there, like if it's a workstation.
Sure.
And that'll deviate, some of the criminal activity.
Wow.
Yeah, that's one of the things.
Yeah.
Secondly, economic development.
Sure.
We want to make sure people getting jobs. Can afford to feed their families and can afford to live, in certain areas. And then thirdly, drainage, and then infrastructure. All those things are paramount. They are very important.
Sure.
They all go hand in hand.
Yeah.
But definitely infrastructure is very important because traffic is can really be a problem.
Oh man, and I think of course have lived in Baton Rouge for over 20 plus years, and now living in Gonzales. I've experienced them both. And that traffic going home from Baton Rouge to Gonzales. It's brutal. And without proper infrastructure, like you said,
Correct.
And I think even with Baton Rouge, we're suffering from that here in the city of Baton Rouge as well as the infrastructure. I mean,
that's
of
correct.
course, the Move BR program project now, they're adding, hundreds of billions of dollars to the budget to be able to address the infrastructure of traffic and the traffic impact and all of that.
Exactly.
So is there like funding available to bring about in the city of Gonzales?
I would go after every federal tax dollar and state dollar that's out there to improve it. That would be one of the things I would first try to approach. To make sure we're not missing out on funding. And Apostle, if you go to Texas, certain part of Texas, they have their infrastructure already, and they're waiting for retail to come there.
Okay.
They're waiting for stores, and buildings, but they got the infrastructure already. Sometimes, it's kind of done a little differently in the rural areas, in our areas.
Do it backwards.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we got to really slow it up. I don't know if we'll ever catch up with the infrastructure, but you can try. You can try.
That's awesome. Awesome. I'm excited to have you. Great to hear about all of those ideas that you have, and I know there's some big announcements coming and those type of things, and I'm looking forward to seeing what God's going to do through you in the city of Gonzales. Excited. Coming up next is my brother, my broham, Big Head Joker. I mean, Pastor Lamar Baptiste. That came out loud.
We heard it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Coming right back, the Kingdom Hour Radio Show.
The hour cometh, and now it's the Kingdom Hour.
Has your small engine equipment been experiencing some LOP issues?
Wop, what's that?
LOP, lack of performance. Well, call Robinson Small Engine Repair. They're fast, blah, blah. Yeah, maybe your engine sounds like that.
Yep.
Yeah, they're fast and friendly and reliable. They can fix all lawnmowers, blowers, trimmers, four-wheelers, ATVs, golf carts, pressure washers, generators, and much, much more. That's Robinson Small Engine Repair. If it has a small engine, we can fix it. All work warranty. Call Robinson Small Engine Repair, located at 10808 Greenwell Springs Road in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, or call 225-775. 225. I'm trying to give them somebody else's number.
You got this.
272-5604. That's 225-272-5604. That's Robinson Small Engine Repair. Give them a call today.
It's the Kingdom Hour with your host Apostle and the Kingdom Crew. The voice, Desiree Collins, Pastor Travis Paul, and Ricky Robinson.
Welcome back to the Kingdom Hour Radio Show. I'm your host, Apostle Keith. That's right. If you're on YouTube, go ahead, like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time we go live. If you're on Facebook, go ahead, tag somebody, let them know about the Kingdom Hour Radio Show. Do us a favor. Go ahead and leave us a comment and a review. If you would, we would appreciate it. It's the Kingdom Hour Radio Show. Coming up next, of course, we're going to have church taboo topics, the tough topics that you would like to talk about but don't have the space, the courage, or the people to talk about it with. So we talk about it here on the Kingdom Hour Radio Show. And we got some people who are critical thinkers in here who's going to add to the conversation in church taboo topics. But my friend, my brother, is in the building, Pastor Lamar. What's up, my man?
Nothing much, man.
Yeah? How's it going today?
It's great.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's great.
Just great.
Yeah, just
That's
great.
nothing else added.
Hey, it's 5:10.
Uh-huh. What that mean?
It's going down.
It's going down. The day is coming to an end.
It's coming to an end.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, tell the people about Lamar Baptiste, who you are, what you do.
Well, I'm a pastor, but first
I know, but you got to talk to the people, man.
Well, I'm a husband, two daughters, one married, the other one in college.
Yeah.
So empty nest.
Wow.
So now just kind of
Tell me what that feel like.
Hey, man, let me tell you. It feels great.
Come on. All right, don't be doing all that.
Yes.
And listen,
Wow.
I'm telling them, look, don't rush for grandkids.
Yeah.
My wife wants them, but I'm like, no. We're going to enjoy this moment.
Yeah. Wow. That's awesome, man.
That's great.
Entrepreneur, business owner, pastor, all that. A lot of hats.
Yeah, a lot of hats, man. So just like they say, life be lifing for me.
Come on.
sometimes, yeah.
Wow. That's awesome.
So
So pastoring how long now?
6 years in this month. 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary.
Thank
Yeah,
you so
I know,
much.
huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Was it all that you thought it would be?
No.
Come on, speak the truth, man. Let the facts be facts.
Yeah, I was talking to, I was doing a class actually, a Bible class, and I was telling how people, they love to have this title of pastor. And let me tell you, when you get in it, it's a lot of work. I'm listening to these councilmen and councilwomen, talk about their positions, and I'm just thinking about mine. It's the same stuff I go. There's a lot. Not bringing your work home.
Yeah.
If
I thought it was great advice.
Yeah, that helped me.
Yeah.
Because I had to remind myself, listen, don't talk about church. At the
Yes,
house.
right.
Everybody gets mad. Yeah. So, but the ministry is great, though. I can say that. Someone once told me, "Oh man, it's a blessing and a burden." So I get both of them.
Yeah.
But I thank God that I'm able to glorify Him.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. I try to keep that focus to say, listen, this is all for God, even when it's the rough times. Hey, it's for God's glory. So if He had to go through a rough time in ministry, I know.
Right.
Go through a rough time. So yeah.
Right, right.
Thank
What's
God for
what's
it.
one of the things you're most grateful for in that process of ministry?
Man, leadership. It helps me grow in being a leader.
Yeah.
One of the things, and hopefully one day I can write a book, is writing about the power of saying no.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was that yes person.
Yeah.
If you need me to do something, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
I'm here,
just
I'm
call
there.
me. Yeah. And so I think that growing up and especially in leading a church, I have to tell people no sometimes.
Sure.
And even leave my feelings behind me.
Yeah.
Like, okay, even if they don't understand,
Sure.
I understand that I need breaks a lot of times. And so in this position, I've learned how to lead. I'm still learning. Humbly speaking, you know, I'm asking God to always continue to pour wisdom in me so I can know how to lead his people because, you know, we're leading sheep.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a sheep as well. And so you
Sure.
know how we are as sheep. And
Yeah.
we go our own way. So we got to pull them back in and give them the word of God.
Yeah.
You know, so that we can lead them right.
Crazy thing about sheep is sheep has no defensive mechanism.
No, they don't.
But they sure enough can nip at your heels.
Yeah.
They don't have sharp teeth, but they sure enough can cut you.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
true, man. Yeah. That was a good one.
But it's true, you know, they can't
Yeah.
defend themselves. They have to rely on the shepherd to
Right.
protect them, to lead them, to guide them.
Right.
But yet they still try to kick against the shepherd from time to time by biting on them, nipping on them.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's done in just and in friendly nature, but it still hurt.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely
I've
does.
been bit a couple times.
Been a lot of times. Yeah.
Come on, man. What's some of the things, tell the people about your church and all of that and where they can find you?
In South Baton Rouge, East Buchanan Street, 346 East Buchanan Street, down the street from LSU.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
Yeah, we're close to the students, so
Yeah.
I'm an LSU fan.
What's that area like? Of course, you know, I know, but for the listening audience, what's that environment, that culture like around in that area?
Well, you know, if you've grown up in that area, you can see that there's a transition going on. They are now, LSU is starting to kind of just expand. Yeah. So I think that they're cleaning up that area a lot. It's starting to look good. You know, it's a couple of houses that still I would like to come down, but I think it's a great area.
Wow.
But like any other area, there's a lot of, you know, maybe crimes here and there. But,
there's issues.
You know, that's what the church there for, you know, to make sure we continue to present the word of God, share the love of God to others, and hopefully, you know, we were all a wretch, you know. So
some still are.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things you guys are doing in the community when you talk about?
So every second and fourth Saturday, we go out and we do outreach where we feed. I think that's St. Vincent de Paul under the bridge. So we go over and we feed them with cooked meals.
Yeah.
Also, we take clothes out there to them, as well as we are praying with them.
Yeah.
As well, if somebody needs prayer. The greatest thing about that is seeing people who are coming in there in need, and you get to see that, hey, there's some people out there who don't have what you have. And we can complain a lot. You know,
Sure.
and I've taken my daughters out there, and even some of our young people in youth ministry, and they have gotten been able to see how, you know, there's some kids who are living on the street. You know, they don't have food to eat. They don't know what, and they're just kids, you know, and the parents are trying to make a way, and you know, it's just a blessing to show that you can be a blessing to someone else to help them, because it could be you.
Yeah.
You know, we never think that. You know, we're sitting here, we're grateful to have lights on and air and all that, but there's some people who are on the street every day, man.
Yeah. And the reality is, and so we've been doing Church on Lead for 16 years, but we're all one bad decision away from being there. You know what I mean? You can just make one bad decision and find yourself on the outs.
It
You
keeps
know?
you humble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. When you really understand that you can be in the same position in just one fair swoop of a decision.
Yep.
You could be there. I mean, you could decide to invest, you know, your hard-earned earnings into the stock market, and it crashed, and then all of a sudden you broke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, or one traumatic experience.
Yeah.
Right? And so, you know, in doing this, we've encountered individuals over the years who were on the upside of life, you know, on that up echelon, you know, doctors and lawyers. I met an individual years ago. He was a astrophysicist. He worked for NASA. And this traumatic experience just wiped him out. He watched his family, his wife and 3 kids die in a fire.
Wow.
Right? And so he sat there and watched them perishing in the flames and couldn't save them, so he blamed himself. And so now he's on the streets of Baton Rouge. I don't know where he is now, but this was years ago. On the streets of Baton Rouge, he just lost his mind. You know, just that one traumatic experience just birthed a cycle of homelessness and just being out on the street. And that one Ferris Swoop.
Yeah.
Met a doctor, and he was a surgeon in Lafayette, and he had a similar experience, and now he's on the streets and just schizophrenia, paranoia, and all of those things, and a doctor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So educated people who are well off, well-to-do, just went through something in life, a traumatic experience. And so, we're all one step away. I don't know how I would respond if I came home and found my family perishing in the fire. You don't know how you're going to bounce back from those things. And so we have those individuals like that. But, knowing that one decision away should keep you humble, that you can be there.
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
Yeah.
And you have to be reminded, God has called us to be his hands and feet. I heard her say that earlier, in whatever setting we're in. If you're a Christian, you are obligated to help those in need.
Absolutely. Yeah, matter of fact, the Bible says, woe unto you if someone asks for something and you just send them away with prayer. I'll pray for you. If he asks for a coat and you just you send them away with prayer, and you got two of them. Right. That's a conversation for another time. Yeah. So while we're here with I don't want to say politicians, but the political side, how can we merge the two? What can, from you guys' side of the line, and we're all Christians here. I know this for a fact. We're all Christians here at this table, but from your side of the aisle, where the political side and all of that, how can you guys help this side of the aisle accomplish the ministry? Are there any grants, fundings, or, any kind of partnerships or anything of that nature that can help out with, those who are out there being the hands and the feet as you are? But how can that be a marry or merging of those two?
You want to start?
Yes, you want me to start? Okay. First, I would say, foundational, we got to go back to how it used to be. If something worked years ago, decades ago, why leave it if it was working? All right? As a political figure, in the forefront of your mind, you should know that the church comes before what I do.
Okay.
What I do don't come before the church. The church was here before government.
Come on.
All right?
Tell the people.
So the church still should have a say in what government do. The church has the most awesome responsibility ever, and that's with a soul of a human being.
Yeah.
We don't deal with a soul of a human being. The church does. All right? So with that being said, you don't ever want to leave the foundation and not respect and know that the church, you should be going to the church, asking the church, what could we do to help you? And that's how you come back with a union.
Yeah.
Most people now don't even consider going to the church before they even run for office no more. They just go and run. They forget about going and talk to the man of God or the woman of God or the church to facilitate what they're about to do. That's one thing. Secondly, I believe that the church should never be lacking of what they need. The government, now I know it's a separation. A lot of times I hear people say, well, the church should be independent. You shouldn't take stuff from the government. And that's a
That'd
subject,
be a big debate for us to have later.
And that's a subject that we can have later. But I understand all that. I know people want it to be separate. But at the same time, the church is the most important entity on the face of this earth.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with that being said, you always want to allow people to understand the narrative.
Yeah.
And we've gotten away from that. I hear people all the time, oh man, this, and the other. But man, look, back in the day, anybody ran for office went to the church first.
Oh, yeah.
The church gave him the okay. Yeah. All right. So the question you asked about, Apostle, and I went around the circus, chased a rabbit.
That's all right.
Definitely, I would love if government would know that the church is there for them and government is there for the church. Yeah. With that being said,
got you.
That would be my answer to it.
Yeah.
Love it. One of the things that I said is, as a people, we have to remember there was a time when we had Sunday go to meeting. And no one missed going to church if you were a part of a community, because it was Sunday go to meeting. This is where you go and you find out what's going on in the community. You got to realize that these people came together with the bus boycott, and they where they met at was churches. Churches were the large buildings. Everybody had homes, but they didn't have places that they can go. This is why it was the Sunday go to meeting space, right? And so when they went to these large places, I love the fact that anybody who wanted to make any moves in society at all had to go to the large meeting spaces to meet, which was, so they had to come in partnership with churches in order for you to leverage your platform, right? And then the church held those people accountable too. Right? So it was a partnership that didn't have to be spoken. So this narrative that comes up where the separation of church and state, I want y'all to realize that was a reason for that. The black people as a whole were moving exponentially when it was an understanding that you go to these Sunday go to meetings so that you can work together collectively as a people in a community, right?
United folks.
You were united. And so that is where the separation of church and state is like, these people are getting too much power when they go to church.
Right. So let's separate.
These people are coming together in unison with a like mind and moving together holistically. And see, then churches were, even though they didn't have internet, churches were connected because these people would get in their cars and they would drive from city to city visiting churches and having a shared and like-mindedness about how we're going to change the agenda of the people. Right? So when we come to where we are today, I always scoff. I think that churches should say, hey, why don't we have everybody who's running for office come by here? Right? You come by here. Because when they talk about the federal dollars, and I'm a nonprofit organization, so we can't have that, they misunderstand.
They don't know.
What it is that you cannot advocate or promote a particular candidate. You can have all candidates come into your church, and then you make an informed decision as a people about what we're going to be doing and leverage. It's not, the pastor can't sanction a particular person, but as a body, the body moves in unison, can make that decision. And just like anything else, that misunderstanding keeps us divided. You know, a house divided will fall.
That's the word.
But when we get ready to decide as spiritual leaders, as pastors, that just like, no, we understand what we're supposed to be doing here. That is when people will come to church. People are going to come to church because whatever my plight is that I have going on in life, these people are creating platforms that helps me to heal my situation. Who wouldn't go to a church? They go everywhere else there's help, right? So if the genuine help to meet the real world needs of the people was at a church, and that you are making people be informed decision makers about how we change policies by the selection of the people that we have, who wouldn't go to church? Who wouldn't pay tithes? Because you want to pay into this thing because this thing is meeting your needs. I am not hungry. I am not without clothes. And my needs are met because I'm a part of this organization.
That's good.
The church is sleeping on it.
It's good. And then, for those, and I say it's a conversation for a later time, and we won't have to go deep into it because I want to get to church taboo topics. But, even for the churches and the nonprofits and all, it says that, I don't want to take federal dollars. And they missing out on the book of Nehemiah because Nehemiah went to the king and got some federal dollars to rebuild the wall. He went to Nehemiah, went to the king and said, hey, I'm about to go rebuild this wall. I need some money. And the king wrote letters, literally gave him a grant to go up throughout the city in the cities that he would journey through to get Lebanon, to get cedar and all of that stuff to rebuild the wall for the people. And so, when it comes down to the fact of separation of church and state, then they're missing out on Isaiah where Jesus said, I come with the government upon my shoulders. So if he coming with the government, then how we gonna separate from the government? I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know much, but I'm just saying what I'm saying. And so there it is, right? So we're about to get into church taboo topics. Don't go anywhere. Stick around. We have in the building with us today Pastor Lamar Baptiste as well as Councilman Tim Raleigh in the building. Church taboo topics coming up next.
the Kingdom Hour with your host Apostle and the Kingdom Crew. The voice, Desiree Collins, Pastor Travis Paul, and Ricky Robinson.
Church taboo topics coming your way right now. Tough topics that you would like to talk about but don't have the space nor the place to talk about it. It's up next.
Get ready for church taboo topics with the Kingdom Crew. Hard topics to be discussed and tough questions you want answered and much, much more. Let's go. Up next, church taboo topics with the Kingdom Crew.
Yep, it's church taboo topics, the tough topics that you would like to talk about, don't have the space nor the place to talk about it. Well, we talk about it here on the Kingdom Hour Radio Show. You can be a part of today's show simply by dialing 225-406-7674. It's time for church taboo topics.
Let's talk church taboo topics.
What we got today?
Not married yet, so what's wrong with dating multiple people? Some cultures have multiple wives. Hashtag it's not illegal. Hashtag sowing my oats.
My God.
One more time for the people in the back?
Just for the people in the back. People on the left side.
All right, left side. Pay attention. I'm not married yet, so what's wrong with dating multiple people? Some cultures have multiple wives. Hashtag it's not illegal. Hashtag sowing my oats.
So, the whole dating concept, amen. So let's talk about it. It's church taboo topic. So, we just talk about it because some people, of course, in society, they out there, what they say now, I'm outside.
Right.
I think that's what they say now. That's
what they say.
They say, I'm outside. Yeah, I'm in these streets. Something like that. I don't know. I don't know. So having multiple people, what do you think about that? So I guess we have to first start off with defining what is dating. What is dating? What is meant by that statement of dating? I mean, like having multiple partners. Is it intimate partners, or it's just like, hey, I got a side piece and a main piece? I mean, what is that? So let's define that.
Six piece.
6 piece.
Well, I'll go first, Apostle.
Yeah.
I would say we can't legislate morality.
All
right, but it can cause you some problems.
Wait a minute.
It can cause you some serious problems.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Put your phone down, sister man. You sound like a man with some experience. It's caused some serious problems.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
And all thine getting.
Get some
Some understand that.
That's right.
Right.